ARF. This is NATO's primary high readiness, multi-domain formation under the new NATO force model. Activated in 2024, the ARF replaced the older NATO Response Force and its Very High Readiness Joint Task Force. It is designed to move fast. Land brigades with enablers, combat air, maritime forces, and special operations elements can be generated and deployed on short notice by decision of the North Atlantic Council. It is built around rotating lead nations and pre-designated forces across tiers of readiness, so the alliance can surge credible combat power quickly for collective defense or crisis response, without waiting to assemble an ad hoc coalition. In short, it is NATO's first mover in a crisis, modernized for large-scale, multi-domain operations. Forward Land Forces. These are the multinational battle groups that act as NATO's tripwire across the entire eastern flank. There are 8 permanent, combat-credible battle groups stationed in Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and Bulgaria, led by framework nations and backed by rapid reinforcement plans. Their job isn't to fight a full war alone. It's to make sure any attack instantly engages multiple powerful allies whose troops are already on the ground, raising the stakes for any aggressor from day one. Since 2022, they've grown from the original 4 to a line from the Baltic to the Black Sea, with regular live fire training and integrated air, fires, and logistics support. Standing naval forces. NATO maintains 4 permanent multinational fleets that are continuously at sea and ready to respond. The 2 standing NATO maritime groups, SNMG-1 and SNMG-2, are built around destroyers and frigates, trained to swing from presence and patrol to high-end warfare. The 2 standing NATO mine countermeasures groups, SNMCMG-1 and SNMCMG-2, hunt and clear naval mines to keep sea lanes open. Together, these groups patrol key waterways like the Atlantic, Mediterranean, and Baltic Seas, conduct constant exercises with allies and partners, and can mass rapidly for crisis response or sanctions enforcement support. They are the alliance's visible, everyday maritime backbone. Air policing. This is NATO's collective 24/7 peacetime air defense mission that protects Allied airspace. Allies who don't field their own QRA-capable fighters, the Baltic states, Iceland, Albania, Montenegro, North Macedonia, and Slovenia, are covered by rotating detachments from other air forces. Jets from countries like Italy, Greece, Germany, Hungary, and Spain deploy forward, sit armed alert, and can scramble in minutes to intercept unidentified or unsafe aircraft. It's routine but critical. Constant radar surveillance, fighter sorties, and tanker support keep the air picture clean, deter probing, and reassure allies whose skies are guarded even without national fighter fleets. Air shielding. Distinct from air policing, this is an enhanced, layered air and missile defense posture along the entire eastern flank. It knits together more forward-based fighters, ISR aircraft, tankers, and ground-based air and missile defenses, like Patriot batteries and other interceptors, into a persistent shield from the Baltic Sea to the Black Sea. Born in 2022 and refined since, air shielding is purely defensive, designed to protect Allied territory, forces, and populations from air and missile threats, and to complicate any adversary's calculus long before a crisis escalates. Think of it as a standing wall of sensors, shooters, and command and control that can thicken quickly if tensions rise. Ballistic missile defense. Beyond daily patrols, NATO fields a strategic layered shield against ballistic missiles. The alliance's ballistic missile defense architecture combines Aegis-equipped ships, an early warning radar in Turkey, and 2 Aegis ashore sites, one in Romania, which has been operational since 2016, and one in Poland, which was declared mission ready in July 2024, all under NATO command arrangements. Integrated into NATO's wider integrated air and missile defense system, these sensors and interceptors help detect, track, and, if ordered, shoot down short to intermediate range ballistic missiles aimed at European allies. It is both a deterrent message and a practical layer of protection that complements air shielding and national systems. Kosovo Force. This is one of NATO's longest-running real-world deployments. Kosovo Force is a NATO-led peace support operation under a United Nations mandate, tasked with maintaining a safe and secure environment and freedom of movement in Kosovo. It includes troops from many NATO and partner nations and has been reinforced when needed, keeping total strength in the mid-4,000s in 2025. Kosovo Force conducts patrols, secures critical sites, supports local institutions, and prevents flare-ups from spiraling, an enduring example of NATO's crisis management role beyond high-end warfighting. NMI. NMI is a non-combat advisory and capacity-building mission requested by the Iraqi government. Its purpose is to help Iraq build sustainable, transparent, and effective security institutions through mentoring, education, doctrine development, and professional military education, so Iraqi forces can better prevent the resurgence of ISIS and stabilize the country themselves. It's low profile, but strategically important. A long-term investment that reduces the need for future large combat deployments. Military advisors come from across the alliance and partners, working in Baghdad and other approved locations alongside Iraqi counterparts. Operation Sea Guardian. This is NATO's ongoing maritime security operation in the Mediterranean. It provides persistent maritime situational awareness, supports counter-terrorism tasks at sea, and can contribute to maritime interdiction if authorized. Sea Guardian runs focused patrols led by different allies, often alongside EU operations and regional partners, to watch shipping lanes, deter illicit trafficking, and share intelligence. It's flexible by design, a standing framework that can scale from presence and information sharing up to more robust tasks if the North Atlantic Council directs. Owned forces. Unlike most alliance forces, some high-end fleets are owned and operated by NATO itself. The E-3A AWACS aircraft are the alliance's eyes in the sky, providing long-range radar picture and battle management for air policing, air shielding, and operations. NATO also operates the RQ-4D Phoenix drones within its ISR enterprise for wide-area surveillance. For heavy airlift, allies pool access through the Strategic Airlift Capability, 3 C-17s jointly owned by 12 nations and flown by the Heavy Airlift Wing from Papa, Hungary, giving reliable long-range lift for NATO, EU, UN, and national missions. Thanks for watching. Which topic would you like me to cover next? Let me know in the comments. Also, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more.